Hey guys, welcome back to this video and back to my channel. I have currently put together a playlist of all of my videos about Huntington's disease on this channel. So if you're ever looking to see, and I'll upload more that are related to that playlist as time goes on. Today's video is going to be different. It's going to be about The Sims. The Sims and why I love The Sims and why I will never play The Sims 4. But before I get into this video, thank you guys. If you don't know what Huntington's disease is, I have a whole bunch of other videos. Also, as always, you can always go to the hdsa.org to check it out. But with that being said, let's get into this video. Now, this is going to be maybe niche, like I don't know how many people, well, I'm not going to start it like that. Welcome. I love The Sims. Let me just start off by saying I played The Sims 1 when it came out. It was fun. It was kooky. It was just full of life and just so many other things. And I just loved it. It was weird, but it was like weird in a good way. And like if somebody was really depressed, like the social bunny would appear and try to cheer you up. It was crazy. It was just the whole concept about The Sims was about fun, about a little bit of kookiness, and about immersion and having a great time. And I do remember The Sims 1 being fun. Now, I only had one of the expansion packs, so if you do not know, expansion packs are something you add to a game. So I had The Sims 1. Back then it was a disc, and everyone knows what those are. You can add, so back in the day, what you would do is you put the disc into your computer, then you can buy other discs or expansion packs, and they would become up bigger. Your game would expand, or you would have more gameplay. The Sims 1, I only had one expansion pack, but I think, when push came to shove, that was really, it's not my only experience with The Sims 1, but yeah. Then, The Sims 2, briefly, I met her in 2004. Don't quote me on these dates, I have short-term memory. But I met her I was definitely in high school. I was obsessed with university. And at that time, I had my own computer upstairs in our room. We were very, very fortunate, me and my sister, and I was able to play the game. Now I was also really busy, so I did not have a lot of time to play it, but all in all, loved it. I was just obsessed with university because I felt like it was cool. And then I would make them get married and then move into a house. And it was just so much fun. And yeah. So The Sims 3 for me, I only got a taste of it. And that's only because it crashed. I got it when I was in college in 2009. Yeah, I'm 34. I just turned it December 26th. So yeah, so I did have The Sims 3, but the game kept crashing on my laptop. I did not know that much about the game and stuff about how to run a good game. And like I said, I was in college and I was going through stuff. So when I heard that The Sims 4 was coming out, I was shook. I was so excited. I was counting down. Well, I wasn't counting down the days because I didn't realize it came out in 2004. And there are so many components missing from the game. Now, I did not realize at that time that the game was so empty. But in 2014, when you first got it, I think actually, in 2014 there were no toddlers, there were no pool. It's hard to explain, but The Sims 1, it's like building pools, and then The Sims 2 had an innovation with another life stage. You can play with toddlers. I'm trying to explain this to people that know, maybe don't know, but anyway, stick with me. So The Sims 4 to me was just awesome. It was different. Now, I thought it was brand new. I had no idea that it came out in 2014. I got it in 2017 when I found out about it. So I was like, wait, The Sims 4? I love The Sims. And I actually ended up getting it for Christmas from my now husband, and it was just insane because I was so excited then. We ended up returning the disc because I did not. Now laptops don't really have any CD-ROM place. So unless you buy an internal thing, everything's digital. Now, you can still buy the disc for stuff and then insert them into your computer, but The Sims 4 was digital. That's how I had it. Now, I had discs for previous games, but now everything's digital. By digital, you can download it online or play it. Well, you don't have to play it online, but you can download it online, purchase it or, whatever you need to do. So for me, The Sims 4 was like awesome. It was new, it was different, it looked pretty, and in the beginning, it was fun. Now, fun is a big word. I'm really creative. I used to tell stories. I love making up games. I love coming up with ideas, and I never had a problem passing time with The Sims, or I never even realized how much I was missing until I went backwards through the games. That makes sense. So I got to The Sims 4 and I was like, why am I bored? What's missing? Like, what is going on here? And then I was like, is it me? Do I have a bad attention span? But I had never really fully played through The Sims 2 or fully played through the Sims 3. Like, I never got the experience. So for me, I was kind of like, that's not what I remembered. I remember it being different. Not basic, not G-rated, not PG, which I know is good, but like, The Sims is supposed to be it's not a millennial simulator, which is what it's become. It is supposed to be a game that brings in a little bit of craziness with a lot of fun gameplay. Sims 4 has nothing. If you buy the base game, you will get nothing. You get a world or two, but there's no gameplay. There's no features. Now, they have some stuff that they've added along the way, but when I got the game, there were no traits. There were nothing. And I don't remember because my memory isn't that great, but I do know this. Only reason why I played The Sims 4 was because I found a YouTuber that I like to watch, and I learned about custom content and mods and stuff. So I was like, oh, this is cool. And then I found challenges. Now that was the only way I could play through, The Sims 4 through challenges. And eventually I found out something called the Decades Challenge. Now, if you're still with me and you're not a simmer, thank you, God bless you. The Decades Challenge is a challenge where you start in 1890, which for me is fun because I love history. Sorry if you don't, but so you get to play pretend pretty much. But they have stuff like custom content and mods. So custom content, I don't know if I said this already, is like hair, clothing, so you would find stuff that was from furniture, all stuff that you would find from the Victorian era because people made custom content for these things. I was like blown away. I was like, what? So I was able to do a Decades Challenge, okay? And I loved the game again, but I didn't love the game. I loved the Decades Challenge. I loved the fact that it went through different periods of the, it definitely has some problems with the Decades Challenge definitely is not the best with being diverse. I think there are issues with it, so I'm not necessarily saying it's the best challenge, but, I think for me, it was fun, and yeah. But anyway, so we get to the 80s. So I started in 1890. I got all the way to the 1980s, and that's when The Sims 4 was broken beyond repair. I can't explain it because I don't even understand, but when you go into a game, a save that you've been playing, and you see Sims that you've been using, but every time they update the game, the mods and custom content break. The Sims 4 is unplayable without those mods. So every time they update the game, which was like every other day for them to fix it, every time they fixed it, they really broke it, and they broke all the custom content and the mods. So it was just this horrible cycle. And I was exhausted because I lost that save. I had to get rid of it. And and there was no reason for me to lose the save. There's no such thing as corruption in The Sims 4, not like there is in The Sims 2. Anyway, I'm getting heated. But the point of the matter is that I had enough. I found Steph and Minnie. I did try to do the Ultimate Decades Challenge, but I had the same problem. The game kept breaking. The game was boring. It just didn't have enough. And then one fine day, but also in between all this, I got to play The Sims 3. By the time I played The Sims 3 and I saw how many pets were included with just that, my mind was blown. There is so much with The Sims 3. It was a little bit too ambitious. Like, it's hard to run. You can play it. It's not hard. For me, it's overwhelming. But just to give you guys some examples now, when you think about pets in a game or an expansion pack, you pay for the expansion pack. Sims 4 had dogs and cats. Controversially, they also released a smaller stuffed pack for pets, like small pets. And that was controversial because why wouldn't you just release them all with one pack? You know what I mean? Cash grabbing, but that's their new thing. Anyway, so for me to go through and play The Sims 3 and really get a whirl and think about, what, this is crazy. Like an asteroid fell in my house. That's insane, but you would never see something like that in The Sims 4 unless it's modded. Random stuff was happening. There was a unicorn. There were unicorns in the game. I can't even explain it. It was just so wonderful and cool. The Sims 3 is a little overwhelming for me. I think it's probably because of my Huntingtons. It's a lot to take in, and I think when I came back to The Sims 2, was a good time for me. So, The Sims 2, I was reintroduced to. I'm not going to say her name, but I will say her username, Historical Simmer. Historical Simmer was recommended to me because I was watching a Steph and Minnie stream. Steph and Minnie is a great, great, great player. She plays The Sims 4, but I would recommend her channel. Also, she records them on Twitch. She is really got me back into The Sims 4, and if the game didn't keep breaking, I'd probably still be playing. But anyway, so one day I was recommended to somebody named Historical Simmer. I come into the chat, and I'm like, wait, what game is this? And I was like, is this The Sims 2? And they're like, yeah. Not only were they nice. It's not like you don't expect, you get nice in other communities, but everyone was so nice and welcome. Yeah, we can try to help you get the game. It's really hard to get The Sims 2. The Sims 3, Sims 4, and The Sims 1. I'm not really sure about The Sims 1 because I haven't tried to go back there. I just kind of settled back into The Sims 2, so my opinions are mixed. But Sims 2, to come into a community and see that she was also playing Regency era. And that is historical. And I was really into the historical part of simming. I was really into history. I love history. It's fun for me. I love to make up stories and come up with gameplay. But it was really nice to have a template to follow. Historical Simmer and her community welcomed me with open arms. I was joining the Discord, and I fell back in love with The Sims 2. And there really has been nothing else that I've played since then, just The Sims 2. Now, The Sims 2 is a game that requires some mods because it's an older game. You also need help to install it because the computers now are way more advanced, so you might need to take some time, but yeah, it was wonderful though to find a community. Now, this video is a little bit about that too. So, this is about The Sims. I'll never purchase The Sims 4 again, and finding community that makes you feel special and thanking that community. So this video is going to take a little bit of a veer, and I'm going to take some time to thank Historical Simmer for welcoming me in, understanding that I had Huntington's disease, and being really kind. The whole Discord was kind and understanding. No one was judging anybody. It was not weird. It was great. And as someone who doesn't work, it was great socializing. I got to catch the streams when she could, and it was so fun, and she's actually on a hiatus right now, and that is her choice. I think it's for health reasons. I'm not sure. I just know that if you would like to watch her Regency challenge or her Victorian Sims challenge, which I watch all the time, I would say you can look her up, Historical Simmer. The only thing is, please don't inundate her with comments when is it coming back? Because like I said, she's on a hiatus, and that's for her own reasons. And I just respect her so much as a YouTuber. And it's just not nice when somebody's taking time to kind of just give them a hard time. So if she comes back, she does. If not, thank you, Historical Simmer, for everything. Thank you to the community. Thank you to all you guys, because you helped me find my niche, helped me find the game that actually takes some time, but in a great way, something I can be creative with. So I'm currently playing a medieval charter challenge. Now, when you're in The Sims 2, you can create your own neighborhood. Now, if you're still here and you're not a simmer, that's fine. What I mean by create a neighborhood is you have to build everything. Build it. And I was never a builder. I was so intimidated with building. But The Sims 2 made it easy. And I was like, hey, I can build. It was fun. It was empowering. It was wonderful. And then I was like, and then you learn stuff. Like, it's not a perfect game. Like, it's not a perfect game, but it has some of the best qualities. It's my favorite Sims game. Hands down, without a doubt. So, the next YouTuber that was suggested was Tea Addict. I'm not going to say her name. It's not a secret, but if you'd like to look her up, you can just type in Tea Addict Sims 2 into YouTube and you can find her. She's got an amazing medieval charter challenge, which is also medieval. I'm following her rules. I'm making up my own rules. It's just so much fun. Like, I get to be creative. I get to build. I get to create stories. I get to come up with stuff. And it's just really fun. And, I'm newer to this, I'm newer to her, but she doesn't realize how much she's helped me and her community because of watching back the VODs on YouTube. To be able to see the chat and hear her and, watch somebody and be able to kind of feel like you're part of something was awesome, and she gave me some motivation and it was fun. And I like being part of, her Discord. And I did take a couple of months off from being an active streamer because I had to, from watching people's streams, just because, I just needed a little bit of a break. I was a little bit, worn out, but I just feel like when you spend that much time watching someone, not to be creepy, it's like you get to know them, but it's the best part is when they have the chat on the stream. So if you're interested, to look her up. She's got an awesome Pleasant View series, which I've actually started to watch. And yeah, so just look her up, Tea Addict. She's got 2 channels. One is her main and one is her for her streams and stuff. Now, to say that being part of those communities has given me so much balance and helped my mental health. You guys don't realize how much you helped me just by not really being there, but I've definitely not been able to make every stream. But when I do show up, it's nice. It's nice to be heard and seen and, to just be a part of a different community. And thank you for getting up early for the people that live here in the United States, because I know it's Australia. That's like a totally different time. Like, that's different time zone that I can't even compete with. But if you are interested and if you like watching people play games and you're still here, check out and are interested in historical playing or not, check out those 2 YouTubers, Historical Simmer. Like I said, Historical Simmer is on hiatus. Please do not give her a hard time. She is a wonderful person and I have so much love and respect. And then I would also say to look up Tea Addict and follow her channel. She is still posting, but she can go on hiatus if she wants to. It's life happens. So actively posting, I mean not. But anyway, thank you guys to them. Being a part of a community makes me feel like I have a little bit of purpose. And just just also feeling like, wow, I can be empowered. I never thought I'd be able to build an entire world in a game and look at it and be like, what? I did this? Now, I did do it and I actually lost my neighborhood. That's another story, but I'm rebuilding it now. And that's why I needed to take a break, but I'm rebuilding it now. I found my interest back. I'm, watching the VODs, which are videos from Twitch that Tea Addict posted to her streaming. And, it's fun. And they're not the only Sims 2 YouTubers. There are so many. If you're interested in watching anybody play games, you can watch any game. Like I said, just because I won't buy The Sims 4 does not mean it's not It said just because I don't play The Sims 4 doesn't mean you can't have fun. And that's something else I learned from watching the streamer that I follow now, which are just 2 people. Well, 1, I guess. Well, I still follow her historical simmer, but like I said, she's on hiatus and she's awesome. Anyway, so right now I am actively a part of T-Addict's Twitch channel, Discord. It's hard because I'm in the United States and they're all up, which is funny because they say that in the streams. Anyway, I'm getting you all confused, everybody confused. So let's just start with the thank you. Thank you guys so much for allowing me to be part of your community, allowing me to feel seen, and allowing me to be a part of it. Never judging or, being rude or not understanding people. Always taking your time, because for someone like me who has this illness that has no cure, finding purpose and getting to be empowered and to actually love doing something, is great. And I like to read too, and I like to do all kinds of stuff, and I love YouTube. And I think, as I've gotten back into The Sims again, and I'm so pumped up about, this new challenge that I'm doing, I feel like it's making me feel like, okay, if I can do that, what else can I do? I never thought I could build. My builds in The Sims 1 were crazy colors and big boxes. Now I can build an entire world, and that is insane. Okay, so my husband's coming in, so I have to end it. He's coming in, so I'm gonna have to end it. Like I said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you would like to subscribe to my channel, if not, thank you guys, and I will see you in the next.